Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be reviewing the S-Hero female hero, aka Wonder Woman. The S-Hero people are making the superhero animated series, the Justice League. If you have been following my channel, you saw that I did a review of the Superman animated, and then we did the two Batman animated series and Batman from the Justice League animated series. So the latest one is Wonder Woman. So that's what we're going to take a look at it from S-Hero, 6-scale figures. Box art, it looks really good with all the yellow, blue, and red. You can literally see Wonder Woman over there. And the reason why they're doing the female heroes is because they can't literally use the Wonder Woman name or Batman or Superman, so they female hero. And backside is just plain white. There's nothing much to it. We're gonna open this. Got a protective foam at the top, and then at the bottom we see the Wonder Woman, which she's had that's her body, and she's got the 3 different portraits. In this case, what they did is you switch the whole head, hairs included, instead of switching faceplates, which it will be some kind of like seam issues. So that's a good way to do it. We'll see how easy it is to exchange the head sculpts. And then at the bottom, of course, you have lassos, her sword, the base. You have some like stopping some bullets and some hands. So we're gonna put everything down and we'll see everything in up close. Okay guys, and then I put everything down on the table for us to see everything that she comes with on this edition. In this case, of course, we have the crotch grabber, which you guys know that's my favorite style. I don't like when they put the waist clamps, and some of them still are coming out like that. But on terms of the base, you have the base saying Wonder Woman on silver right here. It's really nice, and then I have a printed picture of Themyscira. It's really neat. You can see there. It's a good picture, and just a regular style base for all these figures. Okay, and this is one thing I wanted to get into before we look at anything. You have this little metal pole here, which I've never seen before. This is the first time we see on a figure, at least for me. So what it is unlike the Hot Toys, where you can go and move the figure's eyes with the little device that they give you, the little clear plastic, or even your fingers. This one has a big metal piece, which I'm finding really complicated just to try to get in there and just move the eye. It's like it's not easy because you got to push in or grab it from the bottom. I don't know. If it was kind of like a hook, maybe a little hook will help a lot. This one, just trying to go in there and trying to move it, the little, so you get stuck in there too. The little joysticks are way too big, too long. I don't know if that's by design it had to be like that, but and we'll see also when we apply the head on the body. But that is your device. Since we already have this head out, we have one of a surprise surprise face portrait. The hair, like we said, is already attached to it. It's really hard plastic, really hard. It's got some weight to it as well, and you can hear it. You don't bend or nothing. It's very, very hard plastic. It looks just like the animated series. You can see the mouth there with the teeth and even the tongue. Everything's been sculpted. You got the 3 options. So instead of, maybe it was easier just to have the whole head instead of just removing hair, or I don't know. But this is the way they went with. You can see there too, again, the joysticks to move her eyes. This is a surprise, like worried face. And then we have one like stern face down. So also you'll be able to move her eyes. This one, see on this one, for example, the one on the left, I'm trying to get it on the light, is the joystick is smaller. So it's easier to go in there. The other ones are way too long. I have no idea. If you compare to this one, see how long they are. In this sense, the one on the left side of the camera is shorter on this side, which that would be the ideal, to be a little shorter. I don't know, but that's the way they went with it. That's what we got. And set of hands, we have two fists. They're very little. You know, she's very tiny on the animated series. Wonder Woman is very, very tiny. So we got a fist. At least we got a couple of them. We have a couple of them for her to grab her sword, or maybe the lasso as well. This has got the indentation there, so you can see it's mainly for the sword, but you can use it for something else, another pair. There's not a lot of detailing on the hands. Let me see if I can get any closer. I mean, it's just your regular style. I guess it's just flesh look. You do see a little bit of fingernails. And this will be another one, you know, to grab the sword a different way, or point, or whichever way. And then of course, and on her body, we have a pair of relaxed hands already attached. We're gonna look at the body in a second, guys, after I put the head on. I didn't want to, like I always do, that I always get the body first and we look at it when we're gonna put the head first. Then we have two lassos. One is already hooked up there. It's already tied up together. So this hard plastic, but it's soft enough to move a little bit, so it's not gonna break or anything. It's thick enough, and it's kind of like a yellow clear material, so it looks very well. It looks nice. It looks sturdy. And then you have the other one. This is for the hero post, that it will unhook a little bit. That's as much as you have. I mean, it would be nice to have one that it will unravel completely, but that's as much as you get. And I don't know if you keep stretching it how much it's going to last. It feels very thin right here, so I would not push this too much. And there is no wires or nothing. It's just the plastic. You can see it going back to its original position. But if you want her to hold it and or throw in it or doing something, at least maybe if you heat it up, the material, and then bend it and let it stay there. I'm not going to try it. Like I said, I don't know. It feels weak right there. For the sword and her last accessory, because we have a couple of things that I want to show you. We have the sword. It's already attached in here. This seems like to be pleather, and it is adjustable if you want to. You can see that you could adjust it if you like. But you know, I think it should be fine the way it is. And it is plastic, the whole piece. Alright, and then you take the sword out. It is, you know, plastic painted metal. Very barbarian, I guess. Very Themysciran. It's really good. It looks just like her sword. I have to go back and watch the cartoons, the animated series, but yeah, it looks really good. It's got a long blade, so it's pretty big. It's pretty big in size. It feels kind of tight. I don't know how much it's gonna, if the paint's gonna start rubbing off or not, but it's a tight, really tight fit, which it feels right when it's in there, but we'll see if it's gonna start scratching. I don't know if that's from the material itself or just from sliding it. Rather, see if you can see it, and yeah, that's what I'm worried about for all the scratches. I don't know if that's done for putting the sword back in the holster or not, but yeah. And lastly, we have a pair of gauntlets with bullet stopping effect right here, kind of similar to what they're doing with the lightsabers now. They have that, or maybe the flames when it comes to Star Wars. But yeah, basically you just take her hands off her body, off her arms, and then you slide the new gauntlet, which is cool. This dynamic pose. You know, Diana does a lot of that, the stopping bullets with her gauntlets. And last but not least, we have her body. I will attach the head in a second. That's how it's attached. There is a little bit of articulation up here, so don't worry about it if it looks like she was doing this, but there's articulation. Before I put the head, I wanted to show you how it's made. This is like a soft rubbery plastic. It looks in here. It looks like it's in here. And then the problem with this is I would like to have maybe material covering her elbows and, you know, articulation over here. But, you know, when it comes to figure, it looks very action figure like. Because of that, you can get away with it because it's going to show, especially if you look at the back. I mean, I don't know if you're going to look at the figure from the back, but, and even this, you can adjust a little bit and hide it, but I guess they give you more range of motion since it's already split cut. But that don't bother as much as this bothers me. I mean, this material applied to here, if you leave it on a dynamic pose too long, you might mess up the material. So I guess they went with something that is going to last a little longer and more dynamic. So you can see it's plasticky, and then even it goes down to here as well. So that way, I guess when you pose her, it'll give you a little bit of articulation. And then you have this is separated. It's also soft plastic, so you won't risk any damage on the clothes itself, which that is a great idea to do. And well, you can see a little bit there how it's attached. And but yeah, and then even this part is a little softer material, and it gets it's not padding, but it's the plastic underneath what it holds it. And this is just hard plastic already. But yeah, we're gonna have a few exposed articulations, but it is what it is. That's how it's done. Let's look on camera, because it's really hard to do on camera, but let's see how easy it is to apply the head to the neck connector. Start pushing, the neck goes down. It's not very easy. It clicked a little bit, but I'm just scared because it's still soft there. It's not all the way in, and every time you push down, her neck is gonna move some. So let me do it off camera. It seems like that's as far as it goes. I don't see any more connection on it, because also you get the hair is already started touching the shoulders. So I'm assuming, and it's kind of loose too. I don't know. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or it's just the way it is. Like I said, it's the first time. I didn't even look at any reviewers or anything, but see now that is already detached, so it is as far as it goes. Because if you see, there's the piece that come off for it. Not the easiest one to do. I'm not going to cut the video. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm doing. If I'm doing anything wrong and if you guys see it, let me know. But that's what happened. So we're going to attach it off camera and I'm going to show you. But yeah, that's 100%. That's how far it goes. So the neck is it's going to be kind of long on her. But we'll see. And yep, I'll do it off camera, and that's as far as it goes. You have that big neck. There's a little plate right here. Not very sturdy. Also, of course, I have the figure laying down like this, so if you're gonna stand it up, it's gonna be like that. Not the best. I am not liking the way the head is being done. Let's do a couple poses. First I'm gonna switch the gauntlets. I'm gonna put those on. I'm gonna leave that head, and then we'll do a couple of poses and see what happens. Also, I wanted to quickly point out the wrist pegs. They're more the traditional wrist pegs, which is a good thing because if you remember, if you've seen my reviews for Superman and Batman, the wrist pegs were like square off, like this one right here, and like the head kind of like square off, and you had to do a lot of heating up, and some of them they came apart. I'll show you on video. If you don't, just go to my channel and look at the video and review on the Superman with the whole peg came off apart. And but this one they seems to like they figured it out how to do it without messing it up. So this should be an easy change. And by the way, the head just politely just fell off the head. I mean, fell off the neck. So that connector already is just no good. Okay, guys, and first pose, got her gauntlets, stopping bullets. Still left the side-eyed, and the head, the same head, the stern face, getting upset face. I did move her feet a little bit on dynamic pose. You can see how she's standing. I don't know if it looks great or not. The one thing I want to point out, there's no way to hook her lasso at anywhere. So what I did is I bent her body to one side, put the lasso, and then bend it back a little. It's barely pinching a little bit from it. I don't know if you can see it. It's bending, it's pinching it right there. And it's the only way to hold it because there's no other way to have her lasso holding anything. But yeah, the head still gives me problems. But yeah, we have her doing that. And then of course in the, even in the animated series, and we have to point that out, she's got a big booty. It's sticking out a lot. And, that hinges a little bit of it won't fit here. I don't know if they would have went with a bigger crotch grabber or not. But she won't sit properly. And sorry, but I had to point it out. I mean, that's one of the poses you can have. I'm going to try to get the sword out, change the head a little bit, and see what other things we can do. Also, it's good to point out that the gauntlets itself, you can see that they put marks on the body. Right there. I mean, it'll be easy to remove, probably with a little bit of water or something. But if you leave them there too long, it's doing that. I don't know. It's marking back into it. I just not realized. I don't know if that came from manufacturing like that or it just happened when I did it. I'm not sure. But yeah, you can see there that the gauntlets are marking the body. I mean, we're not going to display her without that, but that's an issue. Okay, guys, for this one, I have her holding her sword, very Amazonian looking sword. We put the sword sleeve behind her. The issue is the hair won't let you do it, and you can't extend it any longer because if you can see, they didn't give us enough material to make it make this part longer, so it stays there. And I had to do it on that arm because if you do it on this arm, the little clip goes under her underarm and it won't move. But you can see I still have the same issues with the head. But yeah, that's her with the sword. I changed her face to a different one. I did take the lasso off of her. But yeah, that's another one of the pose and things, the good and the bad. Also, I wanted to show you, if you wanted to have the sword inside the sleeve, you could do that. That's pretty much how it fits. You will hide behind her hair, but I did make it work, so you don't look too bad. I do wish that the strap was a little longer, so maybe you can make it come down a little bit, and maybe, I don't know. I don't even think it's long enough to even hang from her shoulder, from the waist. If you wanted to do that, that's not the way the swords are hung from anybody, but you could do that if you need to. Also, now I have the extended lasso. Like, I don't know what to do with it because it doesn't have enough room to be long enough to do anything, and then it keeps trying to pop back even if you want to hang it down a little bit, and then it keeps trying to go back because of the material. Maybe if you put some heat to it, and it might let you do something with it, but I don't know what to do with extended one. Even if you let it hang down, it doesn't look right. Even if you try to get her like she's gonna throw it, or there's nothing to do with it. It's just not. It looks weird, I know, but I want to show you. And there it goes. It goes off. There's not another hand that can grab the lasso a little stronger either. And then lastly, we could go to her worry face. I did use the other lasso, which it works way better like that. To have her lasso in her hand. You could put the sword down by her feet, or maybe she can hold it. Maybe kind of something like that. She could grab a hold of the strap. She does have the worry face. She saw something she didn't like. It does not hinder, the hair does not hinder the articulation on the head, so I'm not too worried about that. It does seems to be a little too heavy, and that's why we've been having issues with the head. And lastly, just comparison, we have the trio there. She is very much shorter than them, which it doesn't make sense because she should be as tall as Superman. And Batman seems to be a lot taller than Superman as well. I don't know, but also keep in consideration that she is standing on a taller base than the other ones. I got a just off-brand basis, not to mess up the original basis, and have more room, but this is what she would look like. If we were to put her in the same style base, she is way smaller than what she's supposed to look like. Because that's the same company makes all three of them. That's all S-Hero figures. And also, you can tell this is my first version of the Superman, which we're going to talk about it in a little bit, but this is the one with the when the colors don't match. The boots are a little brighter than the trunks and the everything in the cape. So they did a second version of where they fixed that issue. Okay, guys, wrapping up the review. There's not much more in depth that I can get into it other than what we just discussed. And main concerns are the head, too heavy. The hair is way too heavy. The connector on the neck, it does not fit right on the head. You keep having issues where the head falls off or try to move out of the way. The lasso, nowhere to hang it from it. You either do the little trick where I put it under her her little waistband or whatever, or hold it like she's doing it right now. This, I think, is not any good unless you can heat it up and keep it like that and then maybe hold it. I don't see much use on this lasso. The eye connectors, like we always say, the way they doing it, unlike Hot Toys, which is shorter, very tricky to move the eyes. I don't know why it has to be so long. That's it's good that we have movable eyes that rolling eyeballs, sorry. But it's just a pain in the butt. You have to use this device to do all that, and then it is a metal piece, but it's just not very practical. The cool things about it is that it is an amazing figure. It looks really good beside the other ones. If you want to collect the Trinity, all three figures, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, it's really good to go with them. Bad thing about it is she's too short, and she should be a little bit taller. Maybe if they ever make a 2.0 to fix all the issues, maybe it might be better. If you're looking to finish your collection, you could. you could get her. I would say just go ahead and get her. And also, I was gonna try to do the sword like that, but her hips and her butt, I don't know, it's too long. I have to probably maybe unhook the strap. I just don't want to do all that. Just leave it the way it is. But it is a good figure. It looks just like the animated series. It's really good, but there's a lot of stuff that's wrong with it that we already talked about it. So, you know, it's up to you if you want to make that decision of getting her or not. She's not really expensive. I think it's like 200. I think she was on 1/6 kit. That's where I got it from. I'm not displeased with the figure, and I'm glad that I have her. But I wish a lot of the other stuff it was fixed before they released them. Let me know in the comments below to see if you liked it, if you have her, if you're going to get her, if you have any questions. Let me know. I will try to answer all of them. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I have another couple more reviews coming today. I'm going to try to edit and finish them. So yeah, let me know what you think, guys. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, a like, leave a comment, and I will see you guys on the next review.